The people are ready to go across the Jordan, waters flow. But now the river is dry and clear. Jehovah leads them without fear. Joshua says, priests go first, carry the ark, obey God's word. Feet touch the water, it stops its run. A mighty miracle has just begun. Walk on dry land, across the stream. God's power shows His glory supreme. The ark goes first, His people follow. Through the river, past hills and hollows. 12 strong men take stones to keep from the riverbed, a memory deep. Tell your children of what you've seen, how God made the Jordan run clean. The priests step out, the river flows back to its banks, as everyone knows. God's covenant guiding each step they take, a promise of power in His name to make. Walk on dry land, across the stream. God's power shows His glory supreme. The ark goes first, His people follow. Through the river, past hills and hollows. 12 stones stand, a witness bright, a sign of God's power, His holy might. Forever remembered, His miracles done, the Lord of heaven, the faithful one. Walk on dry land, across the stream. God's power shows His glory supreme. The ark goes first, His people follow. Through the river, past hills and hollows. Jehovah leads with a guiding hand, across the Jordan to the promised land. Trust in His power, forever be strong. He is with us all the day long. What's making the walls of Jericho fall? No bombs, no guns, God controls it all. Jehovah spoke to Joshua clear, march with the ark, let the people hear. Once a day, for 6 days long, 7 priests blowing a holy song. Silent steps, no voice to cry. God's plan unfolding under the sky. Shout and blow the horns, the walls will fall. Jericho. On the seventh day, march 7 times, blow the horns loud and shout in chimes. The city trembles, the walls tumble down. Victory is given, God's power renown. Rahab's scarlet cord hangs in the light, her family saved in God's holy sight. Silver and gold to the treasury go, all else destroyed as Jehovah willed so. Shout and blow the horns, the walls will fall. Jehovah is mighty, the Lord of all. Faith and obedience his people show. God's power moves the walls of Jericho. March and trust the Lord's plan is true. Obey his word, he'll guide you through. A city's fall, a miracle clear. Jehovah saves those who have no fear. And blow the horns, the walls will fall. Jehovah is mighty, the Lord of all. Faith and obedience his people show. God's power moves the walls of Jericho. Rahab and family safe inside, God's covenant with his people abides. Trust in Jehovah, his power be known. He conquers all, his glory shown. Take a look inside the tent tonight. A robe of beauty, silver bright, gold and silver stolen away, disobeying God's command that day. Achan's greed brought sorrow and shame. Israel's army lost in battle's flame. Joshua prayed with face to the ground. Lord, why is defeat all around? Sin brings trouble, obey the Lord. Honor his word, follow his word. God sees all, his justice is true. He will show the way to guide you through. Jehovah said, get up and see. The one who stole dishonors me. Reveal the man, the sin is known, and justice for the people shown. Achan confessed, I took the gold, the robe and silver, I was bold. It is hidden in my tent inside. I sinned and I cannot hide. Sin brings trouble, obey the Lord. Honor his word, follow his word. God sees all, his justice is true. He will show the way to guide you through. The people stoned him, justice done. Israel obeyed the Holy One. God's blessing returned, the battle won. Victory comes when his will is done. Sin brings trouble, to God, follow his path, obey his nod. Trust in Jehovah, his power will show. He will bless his people wherever they go. Many cities rise to fight the Lord, thinking they can win by sword. But Gibeonites believe in God above. They choose a path of peace and love. Ragged clothes and sandals worn, old dry bread from early morn. They come to Joshua, humbly say, we are your servants, please don't slay. Peace with God, peace with man. Trust his ways, follow his plan. Clever hearts and faith they stand, saved by Jehovah's mighty hand. Joshua believes, makes a vow, no harm will come to you, we'll show you how. 3 days later the truth is found, they live nearby on their own ground. Why did you say you came from afar? Joshua asked, you fooled us so far. We feared your God, his promise true, so we chose peace to live with you. Peace with God, peace with man. Trust his ways, follow his plan. Clever hearts and faith they stand, saved by Jehovah's mighty hand. The kings of earth rise and rage, 5 kings unite to take the stage. But God protects those who obey. The wise choose peace and trust his way. Peace with God, peace with man. Trust his ways, follow his plan. Clever hearts and faith they stand, saved by Jehovah's mighty hand. Faith and courage and fear they act. Peace with Israel, a faithful pact. Trust in Jehovah, his power reigns, and righteousness forever remains. Joshua hears the cry of the land. Gibeonites need a helping hand. 5 kings rise up, their army strong. God's people march all night long. Hailstones fall from heaven above, more than the sword, God's hand of love. But soon the sun will set and fade. Joshua prays, a miracle is made. Sun, stand still, let the daylight stay. Jehovah fights for us today. Victory comes, the battle is won. His will is done. The enemy runs, the land is won. Canaan falls beneath God's Son. 31 kings in 6 long years. Joshua leads with no fears. Then the land is divided fair. Tribes receive what God will share. Joshua dies at 110 strong. Faithful and just, he lived for long. Sun, stand still, let the daylight stay. Jehovah fights for us today. Victory comes, the battle is won. By his mighty hand, his will is done. As long as the faithful live and lead, the people obey, fulfilling God's deed. But when they die, the hearts grow cold. God's help is needed, his word is told. Sun, stand still, let the daylight stay. Jehovah fights for us today. Victory comes, the battle is won. By his mighty hand, his will is done. Trust in Jehovah, his power reigns. He fights for his people, breaks all chains. Follow his ways, obey his will. He guides and protects us still. When Israel cries, Jehovah hears. He sends his judges to calm their fears. Deborah sits under the palm tree high, guiding the people, hearing God's reply. King Jabin's army is strong and fierce. 900 chariots the people pierced. Sisera leads with power and might. The Israelites tremble in the night. Rise up, take your stand. God is with you, he holds your hand. Deborah speaks, Jael is brave. Jehovah saves, his people he'll save. Deborah calls for Barak to go. Take 10,000 men to Tabor below. Jehovah will give Sisera in your hand, but victory's glory is not his plan. The flood comes down, the enemy flees. Soldiers are drowned, running from the seas. Sisera runs, seeking safety near. He enters Jael's tent, unaware of fear. Rise up, take your stand. God is with you, he holds your hand. tent pin strikes. Justice is done, fulfilling God likes. Barak comes, sees the enemy fall. God's mighty plan triumphs over all. King Jabin is defeated too. Peace returns as God promised true. Israel is free, his power known. Through brave men and women, his glory shone. Rise up, rise up, take your stand. God is with you, he holds your hand. Deborah speaks, Jael is brave, brave. Jehovah. In the land of Moab, far away, Ruth learned to love Jehovah each day. Naomi guided her with care, showing God's love was always there. Naomi lost husband and sons. 10 years of sorrow, hearts weighed like stones. Ruth and Orpah walked with her side by side. But soon Naomi asked one to turn aside. Where you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. Where you live, I will live. Where you die, I will give my heart. Faithful heart, steadfast and true. Jehovah's love will guide you through. Orpah will back to her home and land, but Ruth stayed firm. She took Naomi's hand. Together they journeyed back to Israel, trusting Jehovah to lead and dwell. Ruth worked in the fields, gathering grain. Boaz saw her kindness and her gentle ways. He said, may God bless all you do. Your loyalty shines in all you pursue. Where you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. Where you live, I will live. Where you die, I will give my heart. Faithful heart, steadfast and true. Jehovah's love will guide you through. Boaz and Ruth, a marriage blessed. Naomi rejoices, her heart at rest. A son named Obed, a family line. From him would come David, a king divine.
Israelites had turned away, doing wrong and led astray. The Ammonites came with might and fear. The people cried, Jehovah, hear. Jehovah, listen to their plea. Chose Jephthah to set them free. He vowed to God with all his heart, if I win my first, I'll give from the start. A promise made, a promise kept, though it brings tears and hearts that wept. Jehovah's ways are always true. Faithful hearts will see him through. Jephthah fought and victory came, but home he returned with sorrow and pain. The first to greet him at the gate was his daughter, sealed by faith. Oh, my child, what have I done? But his promise to God could not be undone. She answered brave with love and grace, I'll serve Jehovah in his holy place. A promise made, a promise kept, though it brings tears and hearts that wept. Jehovah's ways are always true. Faithful hearts will see him through. 4 days each year the women come near to honor her life with hearts sincere, serving God her soul so bright. A faithful life in his holy sight. Though sad the story may seem to be, it shows devotion and loyalty. Jephthah and his daughter knew God's ways are faithful, his promise is true. A promise made, a promise kept, though it brings tears and hearts that wept. Jehovah's ways are always true. Faith and courage, trust in God's plan. Even in sorrow, we follow his hand. Before he came into the light, Jehovah told his mother, right, this son will lead my people free from Philistines in Canaan's land. You'll see a roaring lion in his way. Samson stood and would not sway. With bare hands strong he struck it down, God's mighty power all around. Samson strong by God's command, not by might of his own hand. Jehovah gave the strength to win. Through him his power shines within. at first God's power shone, His mighty hand, the Lord alone. Samson strong by God's command, not by might of his own hand. Jehovah gave the strength to win through him. His power shines within.
See the little boy so small, brought to serve God's tabernacle hall. Hannah prayed with all her heart, give me a son, I'll do my part. Elkanah and Hannah kept their vow, teaching Samuel the way even now. Sleeveless coat, love and care, every year they visit there. Samuel, hear the call of God, serve Him faithfully with your heart and hands. Even when the world turns wrong, God's voice will guide you all along. Priests of Iniwele, wicked and vain, leading the people into sin and shame. But young Samuel did not stray, he served Jehovah night and day. Then one night a voice called clear, Samuel, it whispered in his ear. He ran to Eli, full of surprise, learning God's voice is ever wise. Samuel, hear the call of God, serve Him faithfully with your heart and hands. Even when the world turns wrong, God's voice will guide you all along. 3 times the voice called out, Eli taught him what it's about. Speak, Jehovah, for your servant is here. God's words to Samuel loud and clear. Hophni and Phinehas met their end. Eli's neck fell, God's word did send. Samuel grew strong, wise and fair, Israel's last judge, a leader rare. The people asked, choose a king for us, but Samuel knew Jehovah is enough. Still he listened and obeyed God's plan to guide His people through His hand. Samuel, hear the call of God,